Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back to the channel. Crimsonpanda here. So in today's video we have a comp that uses N'Zoth and uses N'Zoth very efficiently. Now this comp is very similar to a Trigore comp, but instead of Trigore we're using N'Zoth and it is working really well. We are able to kill off their Trigores and use N'Zoth because he's such an underdog. No one really knows his capability to just take advantage of his spawns and his AoE to just clear out games with him, and it's really fun. I hope you guys like this one. If you do, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more, and let's head over and check out the comp. So this is the comp here. As you can see, I've called it N'Zoth, and like I said, very similar to a Trigore comp. So we're running Kazagos with Wildvine 4 in order to give everything some extra stats. We're using N'Zoth with the Torment. Now this is really good. I do forget about it sometimes. So dealing the 8 damage to the red units at the start of the game is huge. It manages to pop off Jaina sometimes or get her low enough that you only have to use 1 attack on it. It's just a really good passive ability. And yeah, it's just N'Zoth is working really well in this build. And then we're using Diablo. Obviously we are still doing summons with Kazagos and N'Zoth, so having the Black Soul Stone is really good to keep your Diablo alive, plus having there be red opener all the time with either Local or Trigore. These two blues are working really well, even though they're not necessarily attacking and getting any crit damage with that. Kazagos obviously can come in with his Shadow Claws on turn 2 and do like 4 swings depending on if you're against Trigore or Localar. I've been using the Builder Golem to get the Divine Shield 8/8s out so that there's more units on the board for the Localar to try and hit. Plus, one thing to note, the spawn of N'Zoth has immune, so once it attacks into a minion next to Trigore's attack goes into it, but it still doesn't die because it's still in that immune attacking animation phase. So it's really good to note that the spawn of N'Zoth will not die from the attack on a mercenary next to Trigore. So it's really good versus Valera because the spawn of N'Zoth survives, so that the Valera goes into that instead of something else other than your two blues. And then on the bench we're running Vol'jin. Obviously people are focusing down Kazagos because they're not sure how N'Zoth works, but N'Zoth is Shadow and Kazagos is Shadow. So if Diablo ends up dying, you've then got the Vol'jin Shadow buff. And if Kazagos ends up dying, then you've still got the Shadow speed with N'Zoth being taken advantage of with Vol'jin. And then obviously Vol'jin manages to survive a little bit longer. We have then Sylvanas with the Shadow coming in with a Banshee shot on turn 1 once you bring out Sylvanas to just try and kill off a remaining blue is really efficient as well. It's not just here for the reclaim souls, it's there for just like almost cookie snipes but with Sylvanas, which works really well. And then obviously this is a blue and green comp, so we have to include a red, and Thrall is probably the best red to include because at a 6 speed he can kill off any green in 1 hit. So with the Doomhammer he can kill a Sylvanas before Sylvanas reclaims souls. He can kill Diablo even when Diablo scaled to around about 200 health in 1v1s, and he can also kill Sinestro in 1 hit as well, which is just too good to not include him in this comp. So just in case I missed any equipments, I'll run through them one more time. So we got Kazagos with the Wildvine, N'Zoth with the Eternal Torment, Black Soulstone with Diablo, Vol'jin's Ring of Haste, Sylvanas Death Volley, and Thrall's Doomhammer. Hope you enjoy this comp. Subscribe if you haven't already. Enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, 2, 2, and 2. So this is probably going to be a Trigore build. So we go Kazagos, N'Zoth, and Diablo. Now, N'Zoth, people don't realize that he's actually pretty good, so they don't tend to target him. They usually go for Kazagos or Diablo. Okay, Localar, Trigore, and Jaina. Okay, Jaina's a little scary, but we kind of want to go for the Trigore still because this isn't going to do a lot of damage to these guys. So we always slow Trigore, we go for a summon, and then if we go for the 8/8 Divine Shields, that's going to give a couple of useless targets for Localar to try and hit. Okay, we did end up getting all of our abilities off, so this is 7 damage. Okay, and we punch Trigore. Nice. So this is actually immune when it attacks still. So it's really good. So I mean, we can go for AoEs, we can go for, so this is 6 speed now, his ability. So if we slow it down, it's his next ability slowed, so it'll only do it once. So we don't really want to be hitting him again. So I'm thinking we go for a claw. Attacking the Trigore with this, this, and this. And then we can either slow this down or slow Trigore down next turn. I kind of want to slow this down. Unless this is going to summon a water elemental to stop some stuff, but I don't think that's the case. Hopefully it kills the 8-8. Oh, it doesn't. Killed the 8-8, we would have got an extra Shadow Claw off. Okay, nice. Trigore is dead. We have some units. So the idea here is with N'Zoth is to just continuously pump out his spawns. The only thing here is if Cookie comes down, he gets a little bit of health. Doesn't. It's Belinda with no water elemental. So at the end of each turn, give your characters 5 health. Okay. So we have had 2 things die. This is kind of okay. Especially like because the summons aren't going to do a lot of damage. We still summon an additional one of these. I think we're going all in on Trigore here. This is 30. This might hit him. This might hit. So maybe we can just get away with doing that. One of these might die though. So I'm kind of wanting to do something over here. 3 speed. Then 6 speed. 6 speed. We might be able to get a little AoE off here. I'm not sure if that's worth it though. We can go for the crit over here. Definitely want this dead. If we get 1 hit with this, it's going to be worth it. So maybe we just try and hit this. Yeah, it goes after Kazagas, which is great. Double hit over there, which is nice. And then we kill that off. Ooh, can we pop it? We don't pop it, unfortunately. It is on 17, so this is going to do quite a bit of damage. It speeds up our shadow here. And then we just pop it with the Diablo's AoE, perhaps. Okay, he's scaling the frost here, so we definitely need this to be damaged. So this is 8 and 6 is 14. It's not going to pop it, which is a shame. But just 1 little AoE, if he doesn't freeze us out, could just get that done. Oh, of course we had that, yeah. So that pops it, which is awesome. Double AoE, that's actually still better than just normally attacking. We are still shadow buffed, so we can probably bring out Sylvanas here to clear up some of these blues and then keep the Thrall for these late game greens. So this is 5, so we can kill Jaina here with a 1 speed, which is kind of what we have to do because of the amount of frost damage they're scaling. And then because that's a shadow, we can go for an AoE at 6 speed, which is going to do 32, or it's just going to do 16, so we can kill this without having to attack it. Job's done. Which seems fine. Nice. Then Thrall kills this green off, and then I imagine we just either shoot for 10 and then attack to Diablo, which is fine. That goes there. Make Diablo do 12, which is more than this would do 10, and this would do nothing. So we can actually clear up, I think. So if we go here, as long as this survives, we can kill this. Job's done. It might not survive, but at least this will be low enough to be able to kill next turn. Oh, it does survive, so we do just get the win here. Nice. N'Zoth build, amazing. Okay, 2, 2, and 2. So this is more or less going to be a Trigore build. We'll chuck down our Kazagas, N'Zoth, and Diablo. Yeah, okay, nice. So we're not trying to set up a kill here, but we are trying to get Trigore down as much as we can. So N'Zoth's 5-speed here is going to hit into something which it will proc the Trigore into it, which won't do anything. And I guess we do just summon the 6/6s and hope they hit into Trigore, otherwise that could be nasty. And then we always slow Trigore down for next turn. But Valeera is a threat here because it's going to go into Kazagas. And it just dies straight off. Okay, and unfortunately we don't get to slow Trigore down, but we do take a lot of damage. That's very good plays on his side. The Vol'jin is kind of difficult here because of the 0 speed. The 0 speed, he's going to get a backlash off, which is going to kill the Vol'jin almost outright. So we may have to go for a slow here. Could speed this up, which is actually what I want to do. Hitting the Trigore, try my luck. We could slow this down. No, that's never going to happen. Gave 4 attacks, so unfortunately that won't even kill the taunt if he summons one again. He hasn't, he's gone for 6/6s, which is good. And he didn't do a backlash first, which is silly of him. And then this is going to hit there. Trigore doesn't do nothing. Well, unfortunately, we don't have a spawn now, but we do still get the refresh, I believe. Okay, so we can AoE here with 28, which kills Trigore. We summon the N'Zoth spawn. And then we go for a crit over here. 27 times 2 is 50 odd, which is only going to damage Vol'jin unless he gets the 6/6s out, which hit him a few times. Okay, goes for the Diablo. Hit the Valeera. No, unfortunate. We do almost kill that. Okay, Valeera's going to get another hit, but it's going to hit into this, which is fine. We have Shadow still, so if Vol'jin and N'Zoth survive, then we'll just bring Sylvanas out. Had a few token kills with that. Okay, so he is quicker. He's going to have a 1 speed here. Just going to kill the N'Zoth here, which then this is going to hit into Vol'jin and actually kill Vol'jin at a 3 speed. So we need to just go for a 10 AoE. Summon this. This is already dead. This is already dead. But we will attack just in case. Okay. Oh, we get the AoE actually, which is huge there. And we get the health. Another AoE. Nice. This is dealing 4 to this. At the start of the turn, it's going to deal 4 to these 2 guys. I'm going to, just in case it's going to be Illidan, which I doubt, it's probably Sylvanas, just reposition my blues into the middle. Yeah. So we go for the AoE. We only have 1 turn cooldown, so if we can get a Merc up, that's huge. We can kind of go for a crit. I don't know if neutral's crit. That's one thing I don't know about. This is probably going to shoot something. Kind of. This can die by Thrall. We just don't need 2 things to die off here. So we kind of need to focus down Thrall.
Job's done.
Maybe we slow it down. I know it's going to sacrifice Diablo. But we'll try that. Double AoE for shadow damage. Hit the Thrall. Nice. Nice. And then our 15 kills Thrall off. Brilliant. And yeah, he just goes for the scale. She's going to go 4 speed, kill something. But we have 0 speed, deal 30, which is huge. And heal. So we go 0 speed, which is shadow. And then we slow it down and kill it. Nice. We might lose all of these mercs on death rattle, but we do get the we have the bench, so we just win. Which is fine. Still 2 mercs left.